Good morning. We are midway through the week and right in the middle of our wintry weather pattern that we've been in. And we've got more snow on the way, some wind coming our way too as we make our way into the week, and also some cold temperatures as well. So one of those situations where we're still kind of stuck in this. And you can see on the view here on our live cam in Fargo at our Corwin cam here in South Fargo, vehicles getting off the interstate and heading northbound now on University. And you can see the tire tracks in the road there, indicating that we've got some areas of snow, ice, some melting. I know these intersections get treated, but they can be quite slick. So I want you to be careful here this morning in your travel planner. We've got caution yellow lights for you here to start off. Midday, it does improve somewhat. That doesn't mean the roads will be clear, but it will be a little bit better for travel. And then later on this afternoon and evening, more snow chances developing here. So we've got that caution light for you again heading into the evening drive for tonight. So visibility, this is one thing that has been a little bit better, a lot better than last night. We've got visibility down to 3 miles in Detroit Lakes, but most areas checking in around 10 miles in the Southern Valley. Northern Valley, it's been a little worse in places up in the Northwest, but big improvements in Langdon from when we started the valley today. And then over toward Cando and Devil's Lake, we're at about half of where we would expect to be for visibility, and doing okay over toward northwestern Minnesota. Here's where it might not feel so okay for you. We've got temperatures hitting 0 now. In Langdon, we're at 0 degrees. So we've watched those numbers really drop, especially in eastern North Dakota here, where we've cleared out a little bit this morning. It's 5 degrees in Grand Forks, still hanging on to some 20s in our eastern counties and communities, and it's 3 in Valley City and in Devil's Lake. Let's talk about wind chill, because we're going to have to factor that in this morning. It feels like we're below 0, as you would expect in places like Langdon. We're at 16 below for your wind chill, while the air temperature is right at that 0 degree mark. It's 3 below your wind chill in Fargo and 11 below in Grand Forks. So send the kids out with that extra layer. You're going to want the hat and gloves standing out at the bus stop for a while here. And this is something that we'll have to contend with here through the next several hours until we start to see those temperatures rise. The wind not as strong as it was last night, but we are seeing still some gusts into the 20s down by Fergus Falls. Sisseton has been a problem spot for a while. So if you're driving down that area along I-29, watch out for some wind gusts as you get into those hills there. And then elsewhere, more in that 5 to 15 mile per hour range, with some areas where we've cleared out a little bit, other spots seeing some light snow showers affecting us. And then we're looking to the northwest for that next round of snow that's going to be coming with a front pushing through. And then that will introduce more snow chances as we head into overnight tonight, into tomorrow, and some wind with that as well. So that's why we have that first alert weather day now. Here's a look at our hour by hour planner for today. First off, we've got breaks in the clouds. So yes, that's led to some pretty cold numbers here this morning, but that will also mean we get to see some sunshine this morning in eastern North Dakota. And this area of relative clearing will continue pushing east as that front approaches for later morning and into the afternoon for places like the Devil's Lake Basin first, and then pushing farther east into the valley as the day goes on. So by noon, still pretty chilly out there. Most of us checking in with temperatures in the teens, and then we climb to around 20 or so heading into the afternoon and evening hours tonight. And watch what happens. We see more of these areas of snow start to pop, moving in out of the northwest. The wind turns in that direction overnight, and we will have to deal with a combination as we head into the morning hours tomorrow of some spotty areas of snow and that wind. Not necessarily huge gusts like we saw last week, but we'll see some gusts here getting into the 20s, some 30s, maybe even up to 40 miles per hour for Thursday. So anywhere where we have snow that's falling or that's loose and easily picked up, a lot of us seeing that light snow over recent days, that will easily get blown around. And that will lead to some issues here with low visibility and some travel for Thursday on our first alert weather day. Adding up that snow over time as we head into the day Thursday and into Friday, you can see that some of us we'll get several inches of snow possible by the time we end this all on Thursday, or rather Friday. And then, of course, we get slammed by even more cold into the weekend. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You can see to start off Thanksgiving week warming back up. And it improves even from there. And we'll take a look at that coming up in your 10-day temperature planner here. It's looking pretty good for your temperature trend into next week. So just have to get through what we're dealing with right now, and of course our now first alert weather day for Thursday.
Yeah, so next 48 hours could be a bit troublesome for some folks.
Yeah, I think so, especially heading into overnight tonight and tomorrow. But as we're about to talk about here, we're talking about even this morning having some issues on the roads.
Yeah, that's for sure. And we want to head on over to Ashlyn now as she takes a look at those travel maps. What are we looking at?
Hi guys, yeah, I'm hanging out over at our Interactive Center because of course we want to get a real-time look at your travel as you head out the roadway. I do want to say we know the wind is going to be a big issue tomorrow after meteorologist Lisa Green announced that first alert weather day. And earlier this morning there were high wind advisory announcements over in Minnesota. They've cleared so far right now, but we will be mindful of that as we continue tracking this throughout your morning today and again tomorrow. So what we're taking a look at here is the Minnesota Department of Transportation, where we're seeing a lot of that mix of colors with the pink and the blue. So that means there's ice on the roadway, blowing snow on the roadway. Right here down in Fergus Falls, I've been clicking around on some of these highways. So Highway 210, ice on that roadway. Highway 9 northbound roadway reduced to 1 lane. So we're just kind of keeping track of these conditions. But here's something we're not used to seeing. At least this week, all this green. So up in Thief River Falls, that means drive pavement. Green means go, everybody. We all know the rules of a stoplight, right? So if you're heading out today, you're going to be okay. You're just going to need to be mindful of these tricky areas just throughout ice and some scattered snow again. So this is over in Minnesota. We'll be keeping track of that wind advisories as well as those kind of pop in and out. And of course, we've got Lisa Green to do that for us as well. So jumping on over now to North Dakota, look at all of this green. Last time I was up here showing you guys maps, this was red. It was a no travel advised state. And today we're looking pretty okay, but of course we have all of these areas to be mindful of. So Mandan here with this purple. That means a lot of scattered ice and scattered snow this morning, excuse me. This yellow right here, scattered ice. But again, even looking at Fargo and West Fargo, scattered ice into green means drive pavement. So if you're heading out the door again, just be mindful of some of these tricky areas. And of course, we'll be back with more of your real-time travel outlook maps. Jordan?
Okay, we appreciate